What happened? You guys
He,
don't watch
he
cricket or
was
what?
not he was not consistent.
Okay. Rather than saying it as consistent, I would say the overload that he had, some or the other way, he has made him to sit back on test cricket, right? Now, today, when I'm saying Power BI is the best tool, when I'm saying the Power BI is the best tool, this is what we are doing currently, right? So this is what we are doing currently. We are actually taking all the data from different source, CSV files, Excel files, JSON files, XML files, SQL database. All this we are trying to bring to our Power Query Editor. And what we are doing in Power Query Editor, Power Query Editor is the data cleaning part for us. We are doing all the transformations. We are doing all of the adding column text transformations, number transformations, date transformations. So all of the circus we are doing in Power Query Editor. And from Power Query Editor, it combines, even if you're building a data modeling, it combines as a data set. And that goes to your Power BI for reporting. Now, this is what is happening currently. The guys who knows only Power BI, this is what you guys are doing now. All the data which is coming from different file formats, you're trying to bring it to your Power Query Editor, Power Query Editor. You're doing all the transformations and then you are pulling back to your Power View and then you are focusing on all your charts, tags, all of this you're doing it, right? Well, by doing this, you know what is happening? It is actually getting burden. It's actually getting burden, right? So even though Power BI is considered as one of the best tool, but what we guys are doing, if something is best, we always go and overload it. That's what we do, right? So today what is happening, though this is the best, it can do everything, and we as a humans, we are going and dumping everything into Power BI. For data cleaning, we are using Power BI. For writing calculations, we are using Power BI. For doing charts, we are using Power BI. For data modeling, we are using Power BI. Power BI, Power BI, Power BI, for everything Power BI. What will happen to the tool? Obviously, the performance will go down, right? So Power BI is the excellent tool, but does it mean that you can overload it? Does it mean that you can burden it, right? That is what we are going to focus today. Well, we have come to a stage where we understand that Power BI is good for everything, but what is that you're going to use for? Okay, so we have data transformations, data cleaning, and then data modeling, and then focusing on Power View, that is charts. Among this, the one thing what I will start using Power BI is, let me start using Power BI only for reporting. And the other work what we are going to do, such as all the data cleaning, data transformations, let's move out that from Power Query Editor. That is my objective now, because I need to reduce the burden, right? And apart from that, you also see some of the limitations of Power BI, which all these days you would have never heard from me. All these days I keep saying that Power BI, Power BI, Power BI, but now it's come to a stage where we need to talk about the negatives also of Power BI. So even though you're trying to use everything for Power BI, it becomes like an overburden, right? And you already know that it cannot handle large data, right? So even if you're having a large data, let's say maybe more than 1 GB data size, in that case what happens, slowly you will have to switch on to direct query mode, and direct query mode you have to bring it from somewhere else, right? So while the data is very big, in order to bring that as a reference also will take more time. So that's why the performance is also getting affected. And we also know that even though you can do all the transformations in Power Query, there are certain things which you cannot do, right? And even if you're doing more of calculations, everything, it also has a space constraint. And more, if you have to write a logic and complex transformations, you'll have to write the M language by yourself, right? So all of this is actually becoming the limitations of Power BI. And unfortunately, the performance is also going down. I can tolerate anything, but I cannot tolerate performance. This is what my clients keep saying it, right? I can tolerate anything. But if the Power BI report keeps on loading for more than 10 seconds, you please take your report. I don't want this report because I don't have patience to go and wait. That's a statement that my clients keep on telling me this, right? So now we'll have to find a solution that, okay? So with all these limitations, what we have in our current system, right? So your Power Query editor is also good and also been overloaded. So what happens with the help of Power Query editor? Your performance with large data sets can literally struggle, right? If you have a large data and some of the complex transformations and calculations, I'm not talking about DAX, I'm talking about the M language transformations that we usually do in the Power Query editor. We have some challenge here also, right? And as we know that your Power Query or the entire Power BI also comes with internal engine called Vertipack engine, and it is also installed on your machine, right? And this machine, I don't know how many of you have observed this. The way I do reporting and the way you do reporting, you may see the difference. For me, my clicks are very fast, but when you are operating, it will be very slow. Have you all observed this? Have you all observed this? The way I navigate from
Yes.
one sheet to another sheet or one report another report, you will not be doing it, right?
Yes, Sandesh.
Yes, yes.
Depends on RAM. It depends on RAM, right? The way I am doing it, you will not be able to do it because I have a 16 GB RAM, maybe yours is 8 GB RAM, right? So it also depends on your machine. All this Power Query or your Power BI desktop, mind it, it is on your desktop software. It is physically present on your system. Obviously, it will eat your RAM, right? And you guys know that the maximum size of the data set in Power BI Pro is 1 GB, whereas if you take a premium, it's 100 GB. But nowadays, 100 GB is just like a small data for us because we are moving towards a generation where data has been generated in a very huge manner with the help of social media. 100 GB is very less. Then how are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it, right? So all these are limitations of Power BI. So let me show you how are we going to overcome this. So in order to overcome this, let's have a solution for us. Okay. Now, also, I need to tell you about one thing. This Power BI, it is actually present in your desktop. But what if the database which we are using, that is a SQL database or a MySQL database, what if that is also on-prem? On-prem is something which you're using on your personal machine. In that case, you get a lot of issues. So what is that issue? First of all, in order to set up a database, you need a greater capital investment. That is, you need to have a server. You need to go and get a server. So what we have done is something which you have installed in a personal machine, but I'm talking about on-prem. On-prem is something where you have a physical service, you go and maintain that, right? So as in the data increases, you need to increase a server, money, cost, everything will increase, right? And the company will have certain limitations where they don't have a huge data. This happened in my current project actually. Um, we have archived 2005 to 2010 data because of no space. So usually whenever a company starts, we usually maintain the data from the first year to last year, right? So from 2005 to 2025, we have 20 years of data. Every year we were collecting the orders, transformations, orders, transactions, customer data, and all of this was not fitting in our system. So what we did, we archived it, right? But this cannot happen in the real-time data for most of the applications. So you will have to increase your server. Now, all of this were actually a challenge. Now, in order to overcome this challenge, we introduced another layer. Compare your architecture, which I've shown before. This was the architecture. All the CSV files, Excel files, JSON files, XMLs, and SQL database. All of this, I'm trying to bring it to my Power Query and then doing the transformation, then creating a data set and then pulling into my Power BI report, right? But now slightly there is a small change. Okay. You may not understand what is Azure as of now, but see what is happening. I'm collecting the data, CSV files, Excel files, JSON files, XML files, database, and I'm storing in one place called ADLS. We'll see what is ADLS later, but intermediately I'm storing in one place. From there, I'm going to ADF. There is another keyword now, ADF. From ADF, again, I'm storing back into either ADLS or Azure SQL database, and then I'm pushing into Power BI datasets. Well, what has happened in the now? If you can see, if you can observe carefully, forget about what I've written in that red box. One thing you can observe is I did not touch Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor block is untouched, right? I have never touched Power Query Editor in this architecture. What I did in the previous, all the data I used to bring it to my Power Query, and then we used to do the data cleaning, data modeling. But today, the architecture design, what I've shown you now, Power Query Editor is untouched. And what do you see on the right side? Your Power Query Editor, you can see there are some alternative options that is available. But see, one thing you try to understand in this technology world, there is no technology which is going to overcome or which is going to replace it. Okay, replace is not possible. Instead of using the word replace, just go and use the word alternatives. Okay, so here your Power Query Editor is not replaced. Your Power Query Editor, I am reducing the burden. Okay, I'm telling Power Query Editor, boss, you have done enough, right? All these years, you have struggled a lot, right? You have done everything, but these humans are not good. They are going to overload you. Since you are very easy, since you are doing all these calculations for us, these humans are always dumping the data on you. So I'm not able to see you getting struggling. So you take some rest. I'll handle it. And that is what your Azure Data Factory is going to tell. So what is this ADF? ADF stands for Azure Data Factory. Let's see what it can do for us. Let's see what it can do for us. But at this point of time, the architecture design, what we are going to maintain is simple. We are getting rid of Power Query Editor. Okay. Now, see, you may not have idea about Azure, right? The one which I've written in between, you may not have idea. But if I want to still talk about this pros and cons, I'll tell you pros. Hey, you're getting rid of Power Query Editor, which is a greater advantage for you to increase performance. That's correct. Now, can anyone tell me what could be the disadvantages of introducing another layer? You may not know anything about Azure. That's fine. That's completely fine. You need not know to know the answer for this. Just tell what could be the disadvantage by introducing another layer in between.
Cost, additional cost.
Okay, cost.
Dependency.
Okay, very good. Dependency,
Efficiency.
efficiency. Okay, partially correct.
Less data security.
Performance.
See, performance, obviously, I'm improving than before it was overload, right? Now it is improved only. Performance is improved. So there is nothing I need to talk about performance. So see, first of all, from the architecture 1 to architecture 2, I am coming to improve my performance only. And performance, it's completely good because I'm getting rid of Power Query Editor. I'm directly bringing the Power BI datasets and I'm doing reports. It's good. But I'm asking about what else do you feel by introducing another layer?
Time taking.
The lack of security.
Slower process.
Expertise in the team.
Integration.
Okay. Well, there could be some challenges like what you told. It could be an integration, right? You have to integrate with some other intermediate one. See, first of all, try to understand Power BI is also Microsoft product. Azure is also Microsoft product. For both of them, they have only one parent, which is Microsoft, right? But still, I have to move the data from CSV Excel to one layer, from another layer I have to put into another layer, where ADF is something what your Power Query was doing, right? The same thing your ADF will do. All the calculations, cleaning everything. Then I have to put it to another. Maybe what you have observed in the red color boxes, you see that the data movement is more, like you're moving the data from one place to another place. And finally, you are getting that into Power BI data sets. Maybe data movement is more. And as you said, that maybe could be an efficiency, or it could be cost, right? Or it could be like dependencies. There are a lot of things that is happening. Okay. But you know what? You know what? In the last 18 projects, what I've implemented in my company, we have started using Azure. Okay. But personally, I am saying I did not face any challenge by introducing Azure. This is my personal opinion. This is my personal experience. What I have done in the last 18 projects from last 3-4 years, I have included Azure. I've started using Azure. I've encouraged all my clients, teammates, colleagues, all the team members. I've started encouraging to use Azure, but I haven't faced any problem. But I've also taken the feedback from all the companies where they're using a huge data, like a banking application, e-commerce application, right? If you talk about Flipkart, if you talk about certain banks, right? I've had an interaction with them. What they say is, they say that after introducing Azure, everything is good. Everything is good, but we humans always accept perfect, right? So they are also looking at all the factors, and that is where they have identified dependency. You're introducing another person in between, dependency, cost, right? And efficiency. All of this could be a problem, but I have not faced. I'm very open to you. I have not faced, but I've heard people saying that by introducing Azure, we have a dependency and cost as the two main factors. Now, Microsoft was listening all this. Microsoft was listening all this, okay? Hey, how come you can say this? Azure is also mine. Power BI is also mine. And how come Azure and Power BI, there will be a disturbance? I don't think so. So Microsoft was listening. So listening. Azure is a very big ocean. And you want to just pick, let's say, one tank of water. And you have a one ocean of water. What you will do, right? So you will have to avoid being dependent on Azure. Another thing I'll tell you, another thing I'll tell you, this actually increase a cost. You know why? For Power BI license also I need to pay. For the in-between layer, which is Azure, for that also I need to pay, right? So there is a problem for me. Okay. So I'll give you a live example. I'll give you a live example. Because of my busy work, okay, I'm not able to do the basic works. So I have a maid. Okay. So I have a maid. So you know what that maid comes? Maid comes, he cleans the floor. Okay. So he wipes the floor and he cleans all of these things, right? So he does it. So, and he also wash vessels for us. He comes, he does everything for us. Okay. So this guy knows how to wash the vessels. He know how to clean the floor. He knows everything, but he doesn't know cooking. He doesn't know cooking. Okay. So what I thought, okay, let me bring another maid for cooking. Rather than calling as a maid, I'll call as a cook. So I have two people. One is maid who's going to wash vessels, who's going to clean all the kitchen clean, and one person will cook the food, right? So one day what happened? Before the person who comes for washing, maid came, the cook came. So he's coming and shouting me, what is this? The kitchen is not clean. The vessels are not washed. Where will I go and cook? This is what the cook is saying, right? And a valid question, right? Valid question. Whenever he comes for cooking, he need to have everything in place. It's not there. So now this is where conflicts came. Two people. You have to come first, I have to come first. You come morning time, I'll come evening time. You come in the breakfast time, I'll come the lunch time. And this is where this discrepancy started, right? Now all this, Microsoft was listening, right? It was listening. Okay. So again, for me, right, the person who came first for washing the vessels and cleaning the floor, he joined on 5th. So that means every 5th I need to pay him salary. And the person whom I have taken as a cook, he came on 17th. So every 17th is looking for salary. So it's a confusion for me. Did I pay him? Did I pay here? Did I, how much I gave here? How much I gave him? I've actually literally forget it. This is a problem if I have two people working on the same floor, right? Now all this I was listening. Who is me? You can think as a Microsoft. So Microsoft is listening. Okay, what is this? These guys, I thought these guys are my products, right? Azure is also my product. Power BI is also my product. So I thought, okay, that's fine. It's. I thought it's good, but somewhere there is a small problem that is occurring. It could be cost or it could be dependency, because I've talked about only two things. One is cost. I need to pay one person on 5th, one person on 17th. One person if it comes first, one person comes second, there is a problem. So that's where I thought, what is this? And another problem is the data movement is a lot here. First, I have to pull all the data into Azure. From Azure, I have to pull it to another place. From other place, I need to again pull it into ADLS, and again I need to put it into Power BI. How much time you'll move the data from one place to another place, right? Just because that it's easy, that doesn't mean that you keep on moving the data from one place to another place, right? So all this, our Microsoft was listening. So listening. Finally, they came up with Fabric. When did this happen? On May 23rd, 2023, they came up with a product, or I can say as a new enhancement, which is called Fabric. Now, this was a public preview version, which was launched on May 23rd, but they officially launched and they made it public without preview in the month of November. So November 2023, that means from November 2023 to let's say November 2023 to November 2024, 1 year. And now we are already in the month of May. It's 1.5 years. So it's 1.5 years old, which is nothing but Fabric. Okay. Now, Microsoft was observing all this. Okay. See, I'm telling you, I personally did not face any problem with Azure and Power BI. Things are really going good. But when I go and take a feedback from a lot of other clients and companies, they say that there is some efficiency problem, there is some dependency problem, and they also consider cost as one of the major factor. Now, all of this, we started going and posting that to a Microsoft. Microsoft, even though you have two products, but still we are facing some issues. And that is why Microsoft taken almost 3 years from 2020 to 2023. They have been part of it, and I need to tell you, I was also part of it. So on a lot of meetings, discussions, everything, now Fabric was launched in 2023, and it made public in the same year, in the month of November, right? So at this point of time, I can see only one word that is actually attracting me, that is all in one. All in one, right? So what is this all in one? No need of data movements multiple times. You can create one centralized system and we can use it for all of your use case, right? Another one is you're also reducing the burden. That is also possible here. And no need to depend on Azure. You can directly go and use Power BI Fabric, right? And it's all in one. It's as simple as all in one. Now, if you guys are seeing, hey, where is Azure? Azure is not there, but whatever the Azure which I've seen, that is actually present in maybe Fabric. So can I directly go and learn Fabric? If that is what is your question, can I skip Azure? Can I skip Azure? Can I go and learn Fabric? Well, that's a wrong way of upskilling, because all this is actually coming from your Azure only. Okay, so the right way of learning is we'll start working with projects with Azure and Power BI. We will try to build a project. We'll try to do all the transformations, everything we'll do. And then we will try to replicate what we have learned in Fabric. Okay, so if you're trying to learn directly Fabric, well, please don't do that. You have to learn Azure. If you learn Azure, Fabric is a cakewalk, right? If you learn Azure, Fabric is a cakewalk. And again, I'm telling you, 85% of all the projects what I'm doing in my current organization is on Azure and Power BI. Just 15-20% nowadays we are focusing only on Fabric. But personally, all of this components which you see, if it is already present in Azure. So if you learn Azure, your Fabric will be easy. And Fabric, it's like a one-stop shop, that is all in one. And here you will not get any pricing issue. The main problem that what I had was pricing. But here, all of this comes into one license. Even Power BI also become the component of your Fabric, right? Now that is where you have all in one, and which was launched in the year 2023. It's less than 1.5 years old, which we will be using it. But as I told you, let's not rely on Fabric alone, because it's very hard to go and build a project immediately on a tool which is less than 1.5 years old, right? So we need to start first reducing the burden of Power Query Editor. Let's move to Azure first. In Azure, let's do all the projects, learn everything, learn all of these activities. What is this data factory? What is this real-time analytics? Everything we'll see there. Then we will come to Fabric. Okay, so that's the flow we'll be doing. Currently, this is the architecture we are following. This is the current architecture. And now we are going to learn this. We are going to learn this. And the same thing, we will try to achieve it in Fabric. So this will be the flow of learning, right? And Azure plus Fabric will take up to 25 to 30 classes. Okay, so because we are assuming that you know Power BI. Since you know Power BI, your Azure and Fabric will take approximately 25 to 28 classes. And here is where we'll be building one project. And what this project will do, this project will reduce the burden of Power Query Editor. Directly we'll do all the transformations in Azure Data Factory. But here, Azure Data Factory, we will do here. This Azure Data Factory, we'll do all the transformations here. If you know how to do the transformations in Azure Data Factory, you are just going and replacing with Fabric Data Factory. That's all. But you need to know Data Factory. If you are good with Azure Data Factory, your Fabric Data Factory is easy. See, I'll give you a very good example, okay? Forget about all this. Forget about all this. Imagine you are coming to my house and I'm teaching you how to cook food. Okay, very simple. I'm teaching you how to cook food. So I've told you everything. Okay, if you want to cook food, you have to put this quantity, oil, salt, all this masala powders, everything I'll tell you. Now you have learned cooking from me. Tomorrow you're going to your house. Do you come and complain that you have not teach cooking in my house, so I cannot cook? Will you tell that? Will you tell that?
No.
No.
No. No.
I have taught you cooking in my house, right? And tomorrow you will go and cook in your house. Only the platform is changing. Only the place you are cooking is changing. You are cooking in my house, now you're going to cook in your house. Similarly, you're doing all the transformations in the platform called Azure, and now you're going to do it in Fabric. That's all is the difference. The process, the way of doing it, the way it works, everything is same. Only instead of doing it, you're going and doing here. That's it, right? So with all this, as I told you, we are going to cloud. Okay, so we are going to cloud. Cloud is really necessary, and the cloud is nothing but your Azure, right? So let's get into Azure without wasting much time. And I've given you overview of what we are currently doing. what is the next architecture and what will be the future architecture. The current architecture, what we did till yesterday was Power Query Editor reporting. What we are going to do today, we are going to introduce Azure with Power BI, and later we'll see what what is going to happen in future, which is nothing but we'll have a discussion on Fabric as well. Okay, so are we all good to get started with cloud computing? Yes.
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 Before even the cloud computing introduction, okay, since I have many people in the class, I'll give you one small example. Okay, see, more than I think I told you this for most of my old batch people, right? If you guys know me, I'm actually a financial advisor. Okay, my first profession is I'm a financial advisor, and then comes the IT, then comes all this Microsoft job, and then comes KSR. And today I'm training you, and training is not my main profession. I'm actually a financial advisor. Okay, now a simple calculation I tell you. In India, in India, if you want to leave your job right away, okay, if you have 1 crore in your bank balance, you can leave the job. Whatever job you're currently doing, right? You're frustrated with your managers are scolding, frustrated with your job, everyday travel, traffic, all of this. If you want to get rid of this, if you guys are all thinking, oh, when will I get retired? I'm giving you a workaround for you. If you have 1 crore bank balance, you can leave your job. But this 1 crore should not be your assets, should not be your house, should not be your flat, should not be your car, should not be your land, etc., etc., etc. If you're saying that I am staying in a house which is of 1 crore, can I leave the job? The answer is no. Right? Try to understand the statement. Whatever you have car, you have house, you have flat, whatever you have, apart from all of this, if you have 1 crore bank balance, you can blindly go and leave job right away today, put on the paper, sit in the house, you come to me, I will tell you how to double the amount of 1 crore, your life is settled. Okay, so this is a good news for you. But if you say that I have a flat for 1.5 crores and I also have EMI, those guys will not come in this bracket. Simple question, whatever you have doesn't matter, doesn't matter. But if you have 1 crore in your bank, you can definitely do some good investments. You can sit in your house, no need to earn, no need to go office, no need to hear from anyone, no need to sit in this class also, right? Now let's see how to get this 1 crore. How to get 1 crore. Okay. Now imagine you earn 1 lakh per month. Okay, this is a standard salary. Some people earn 1.5, some people earn 2 lakhs also. I'm taking a average salary of 1 lakh. Let's consider that guy is experienced around 5 to 7 years of experience. Okay, average one, imagine 1 lakh per month. This is nothing but average salary. Okay, now in this average salary, obviously in this 50,000 he will spend, and 50,000 let's say he will save. Okay, now let's see. Just give me a minute. Why this is okay? Let me open a calculator. So I need to say 1 crore, right? So 1 crore, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 100 lakhs. So 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 100 lakh. So 100 lakh is nothing but 1 crore. Divide by every month you're saying 50,000. So you literally have to get salary for 200 months. To save 1 crore from your office salary, you need to get salary for 200 months. So 200 months, if you get this amount, and in that you're saving 50K, you will have to get for 200 months to achieve this 1 crore so that you can retire, right? Now, 200 months, right? So 200 divided by 12. 16 years. 16 years, you guys have to work. On this day, I'm going to ask you, imagine today you're going to start your IT job. Can you guarantee me that you'll work for next 16 years?
No.
No, Santosh.
So what's the plan now? You can't work for 16 years. And I'm telling you, 1 crore is a minimum salary, the minimum balance you need to have at least a decent middle class family, what they run. And for that, without going for a job, you can still do it. And I'll tell you how to double it. That's secondary. But in order to save this 1 crore, which is you're going to be your main target, are you going to work in IT for 16 years?
No, Santosh.
This is what one day we also thought. We means KSR. So all the people in KSR are actually working employees. We were thinking, "Hey, yaar, 16 years, who will work yaar? Already we are 30. Another 16 years, 45, 46. And nowadays, our generation, we eat pizza, burger, junk foods, pani puri, masal puri. It's very difficult to cross 50 years also, right? My grandparents are still there with 95 years, 100 years. And now itself, we are getting back pain, neck pain, all pains they were getting by eating all these junk foods. Where we'll go and survive? Where we will go and work for this 16 years, yeah? Be practical, correct? Now that's where we were
Yes.
thinking. And one fine day, okay, why don't we start business? So business is a one way to come out of your financial need, right? You can work anytime. You can work anytime. You can take leaves. You can take vacation. The next 2 months, if I ask vacation to KSR's team, they will never say no, right? So we were all thinking, who's going to work for 16 years? So let's start a business. Let's start a business. That's what we thought. Now imagine you guys, apart from your IT job, you want to start business. Let's try to have some interactive session. You tell me, in order to start a business, what you need first?
Capital. Initial amount.
Capital.
Okay. The people who are all saying capital amount. First of all, you don't know what business you're starting. How can you think about capital? Are you
Yeah,
going to
idea and
start a
marketing.
are you going
idea.
are you going to start a vegetable shop? Are you going to start a fruit shop? Are you going to start a hotel? Are you going to run e-commerce? You don't know what you're going to start. Then how can capital come first? First, you need to know what business you're starting. Only then capital comes into
Execution
picture.
comes.
So tell
Right.
me, what is the first thing that you need to start a business?
Plan.
Idea about what you have to
Yeah.
start.
Business idea.
Planning.
Experience.
About the current market trend and all.
The first thing is idea. Okay.
Yes.
The first thing is idea. So let's say we start off. Let's say that we will start one institute. So I want to be very open with you. Okay, has anyone thought after joining this course, after paying the fees, has anyone thought, why cannot I start one institute? Have you all felt that?
Myself, sir.
Okay, only one? Why can't I start an institute? What is there? Just to teach, right? Why can't I start my own institute? Have you ever thought?
For that, we have to that much of knowledge and that much we have to think all
That
that.
is fine, yaar. You don't teach. You hire people, no. Who is asking you to teach? You take some trainer. Simple, no?
Correct, Santosh.
Yes, right.
Getting good trainer also it's difficult rather than keeping
So you tell
instruct.
me that you're going to start institute, I'll come. Serious. You tell
Most
me that you're
welcome.
going to start institute, I'll come.
Actually, that is the very tricky and difficult part. Getting a good trainer. True, that's true.
Okay. Now we also had. Sorry, I don't know. You're speaking something, but it's your voice is breaking. Okay. Now let's say we have idea now. Okay. See, whether you're starting a vegetable shop or whether you're starting a supermarket or you're starting an institute, the first thing is you need idea, right? You need idea. Okay. After idea, investment, right? So imagine we are going to start one institute. For institute, the first investment what we have made personally from our trainer group is we just purchased one laptop. Initially, we were 3 to 4 people. With this 3 to 4 people, we were having only one laptop. We were sharing among all four. That was our investment, right? Our first investment was just one laptop. That one laptop, 4 people were using it. And then slowly, once we started making profit, all four of them, we purchased 4 laptops, right? So now we thought of starting institute. And for that institute, the investment, that is what we wanted. Now, with this 1 lakh money, we have idea, we have investments. What's next? Strategy. How are you going to build your business with this 1 lakh? How are you going to utilize this 1 lakh? Are you going to buy 10 mobiles or are you going to buy one laptop? How do you plan your strategy? That is needed. Next, source. You need trainers, right? You need people to teach. So we need source to run this business. And finally, you need to have a website. You need to have a website. And in order to take care of all the, let's say, institute, right? We need to collect all of the students' information. We need this database, right? So the last two things is very, very important if you want to run a business. Without a website, people will never ever trust you. Today, today, I don't know how many are there. Almost 100 people are there. All this 100 people in this session today, and it's Monday evening 9:30, and I can see 100 people in the class. It's because some or the other way you have hit our website once, you know what we are doing, and you could have visited our website, and that's why you are here, right? Some or the other source, you would have touched our LinkedIn or a YouTube or a Instagram, and that's why you're here, and that is why you know about KSR. Okay. Now, I have not revealed this to anyone till now, which I'm going to tell you. Apart from KSR Data Vision, I am running my own institute, which is called SJ Institute of Technology. How many of you knew this?
No one.
Didn't know.
No. You never disclosed.
Yeah, we don't know.
Apart from KSR Data Vision, where I am taking part as a trainer, I am myself running my own institute, which is SJ Technology of Institute, which is nowhere in Google you go and search, you will get. Nowhere in Google you search, you will not get it. You know the reason? I don't have website. I don't have YouTube channel. I don't have Instagram account. I don't have Facebook account. I don't have anything except a small board on my door. That's the reason you don't know about the institute, what I am running. And why you guys know about KSR? Because KSR has everything. They have their own website, they have their own YouTube channel, and they have their own accounts, and that is why you're able to see that. Now, that's the difference. I am running my own institute. We are running a KSR Data Vision Institute. But you guys know this, but you guys don't know this because I don't have a website and I don't track how much revenue we're making and what is the business data I'm collecting. Right? So the last two things is very important. If you want to have anything, if see even a guy who is selling like who's running a mobile shop, right? Even he has his own website, and he'll go and say any doubts, anything, you go and raise a ticket. That's what is happening in the real world because websites is very important to showcase that you exist, right? If you say that your company exists, you need to have a website. And today, no one trusts my institute because I don't have a website. If I go out, if I go to my native and say that, hey, I am running my own institute, can you come and join? They'll ask you, where is your website? That's what they ask, right? They literally don't trust. Now, let's say I'll give you.
Santosh, just I have a question here. When we start a new business, what kind of database you are referring to when you are saying business data?
See, what I'm saying, let's say that I want to run an institute, right? So how will I know that who is paying the fees, who is not paying the fees, who has joined the course, who has not joined the course, what the classes they're attending, who got job, who don't get job, where will I track? Where will I track my revenue? Where will I go and store? I need a place to store my data.
Okay,
I
okay,
cannot
that way.
keep in my mind, right? I cannot keep in my mind. And that's what I'm trying to bring you. The first thing what we did, I'll tell you. We started KSR in the year 2017. Okay. So 2017, somewhere in the last month, we started. Can anyone guess what was my first batch count? The batch which I'm taking today, that is your batch is, did I tell you the number? For your batch, I would have given you one number, I guess. Did I tell that?
No.
Not yet.
So this is your 183rd batch which I'm taking in KSR. Okay. So this is 183rd batch which I'm taking in KSR. That is your batch. But any guess what was my first batch number?
10 or 15?
Less than 10.
5 or 6.
My batch 7 has
Two.
10.
Two.
Remember somewhere you said.
2.
1.
No, remember you said somewhere 10 or 15 like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
1 is safe.
first batch student was 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And that one person also was my cousin. Okay. There was no official students. I used to teach my cousin. So the first, listen carefully. Okay. My first batch was 1 student. And you know what? I used to go to his house. He will never come to my house. I will have to go to his house. So every morning 4:30, I have to wake up. I have to travel 45 kilometers. I need to travel to his house. 6 o'clock, I need to teach. And after going there, he will tell my stomach is paining, my head is paining, my leg is paining. I will not be able to attend. Again, I have to come back. Like this, literally, I have spent 4.5 months only for teaching Power BI in 2017. Right? And even I will have to go and wake him up. And you know what? Since he's my relative, I know his name, I know his phone number, I know his address, I know his parents' name, I know even his dog's name. Everything I knew because he's my first student. Even now, you ask me what is his pet's name, I can tell because he was only one student. And now, all this, yeah, all his data, his address, because I was going to his house. His address, his area, his pin code, his phone number, his parents' name, his building number, its owner's name, its his pet name, everything I knew. But how did I remember? I used just to store that in my brain. I did not write anywhere. I did not make some notes. I did not store it in anywhere. I just remember in my brain because I usually go to his house every day. Now, Fortunately, I always remember his name. Fortunately, he got offer. So in my second batch, I got three people. I got three people in the second batch. Because he got job, he started referring to other people. Now three people. Now I cannot go to three people's house, right? So what I did, I asked them to come to my house. So when they came to my house, for three people, I did not know all their parents' house address and all. I know from which area they're coming. That's all. I did not go in detail. What is your phone number? What is your address? What is your parents' name? I did not go in that deep because the number is increased from 1 to 3. I just want to know which area you're coming from so that we can plan the class. Now 3 become 5, 5 become 8, 8 become 14, 14 become 20. Now 20 people I was not able to remember. Now that is where I started to store their phone number in Google Contacts. Then that is where we started creating WhatsApp group. Now WhatsApp group was created for 20 people. Now I didn't even bother about which area they're coming from. What I needed was their phone number. And I cannot remember 20 phone numbers. So I started storing in my Google Contact WhatsApp group. Now, slowly 20 become 40, 40 become 80, 80 become 300. Now 300. Where can I go and save? In WhatsApp group. So what I did, I started storing in Excel. Now that is where we started to store the data in Excel. Now, all the 300 students' information I started to store in Excel. But Excel also was not enough because not only student, we have to store the attendance also. One student will attend 60 classes. So 300 student into 60, the records were getting multiplied. Every day I need to track the attendance. So that was not possible. So from Excel, the maximum record that I can store in an Excel is 10 lakhs, right? 1 million. And that too, we can store only 16,000 columns. After that, it was also not possible. So I moved from Excel to Oracle database. Now, Oracle database supports up to 5 GB of data. But unfortunately, this was expensive. So then I went to our own database, which we have learned, MySQL. So in MySQL, I started to store that. Okay. And if you remember, I think it's that my I'll show you my database. I used to track all the students' information in a database. Okay. So I'll show you what was a database. This is a database I used to track it. See, this is what I used to track. This is what I used to track every student information, student ID, student name, student phone number, email ID, which location they come from, what is their experience, how did they come from, and if you see, it is all 2022 records. Until 2022, I was storing all the student information in my database. Every single information, what is the phone number, what is their email ID, how did they reach KSR, and when did they join, which offer they got, how much is the highest package, everything I used to track. Which batch they belong to, whether they got offer or not. 0 means they did not get offer, 1 means they got offer. And if 1 means, see, 1 means they got offered, but how many offers they got? 3 offers, 4 offers, 4 offers, 3 offers, 2 offers. If this is 0, this also will be 0 because offer itself is 0. That means they have not got offer. So the number of offers will be 0. And what is the highest package they got? Right? See here, 8.5 lakhs, 21 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 8.5 lakhs. Until 2022, I was tracking all the student information in my database. Right? Now, slowly what happened? You guys have started asking recordings also. I will not join your course if you don't give me recordings. So what I need to do? I need to share documents, I need to share PPTs, I need to share all the files in resumes, templates, and then I have to also give you recordings. Every single class, my audio, my video, maybe my screen share, all of this goes up to 1 GB for one class. Now, where will I go and store? Can I store all the files in Excel? Can I go and store all the files in your database? Do you think like, okay, just like I'm going and storing all of this, right? I also have a batch details. So for example, like each student has been tagged to one batch, 2022, right? And each one, this is not only Power BI students, it could be data engineering, data science. Now I need to know who's this batch, right? So you also have the batch detail. See which batch they belong to. B17, B13, B10. What is this batch? I'll go to batch details. And you can see B1 means this batch, B2 means this batch, B3 means this batch. And today you guys are in this batch, I think. March, maybe Power BI. January, right? January or 2025. So you are in this batch, right? But we have tracked with all this 2022 batch, right? So now where will I go and see all of this, right? And nowadays, what is happening? You guys not only asking this, not only we're tracking the attendance, you guys are also asking for recordings, images, documents, PDFs, resumes. Now, where will I go and store this? Right? Now, that's where the question comes. Are you going to use any on-premises? Right? Today, all the KSR data I'm having in my personal machine. I don't know when the system goes. The day the system goes, they'll fire me. Already I can see some red color here. My laptop has 220 plus 460 plus 460. My laptop has 1 GB, 1 terabytes of space. My laptop has 1 terabyte of space. And the amount of investments that what we have made on the day one of KSR was 1 laptop, 1 lakh, to manage the complete KSR data of tracking 1 terabyte of data. I'm spending 1 lakh rupees because all the 1 terabyte of data, I can store it in my personal machine only. Let's imagine you guys get offer. All the 100 people go and get offer, and all the 100 people will go and refer someone. 100 becomes 1000, 1000 becomes 10,000, 10,000 becomes 1 lakh. Imagine if KSR has 1 lakh students. Then where will I go and store the data? Just imagine tomorrow KSR's data will become 10 terabytes. Straight away, can I ask you this question? Can I buy 10 laptops?
No.
Why? 10 lakhs is a small amount.
You can,
KSR can buy.
you can buy, but then practically it is not a feasible thing. Long run, it's not a good thing.
Why?
Unmanageable.
For the 10 laps up, you need to
Maintenance and
hiring
resource need required.
Time 10,
resources
10 lakh
required.
Managing will be
with 10 lakh in future,
managing.
if you have 20, you have to spend 20 lakh for 20 laptops.
How many
Uh,
laptops we can buy if we if our business grows?
Managing will be difficult.
I
why
think there will be no connection in between, though are independent data sources. And if need to connect something, then it's a bit difficult.
You cannot access the data all in one laptop.
Suppose your data will increase from 10 GB in future to 50 GB, then
50
you
laptops.
will buy 50 laptops. That's
50
not.
lakhs, no.
You cannot access the data all at a time, right?
No data protection. If
Okay.
anything happens to your
Storage will
laptop,
be difficult.
Okay.
Then you need 50 people also.
Okay. Let me tell you.
Security
Today,
concern.
today it is 1 lakh. I can afford. Tomorrow it is 10 lakh. I can still afford. Day after tomorrow, if 10 terabyte becomes 100 terabytes, I need to buy 100 laptops. The price of the 100 laptops will go to 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs is equal to
1 CR.
1 CR. If I have 1 CR, do you think I'll run the business? I can go and settle in my life. Correct? So why will I go and spend 100 lakhs for laptops? And the biggest challenge is, if Mahesh is asking, which batch person has got the highest package? First, I need to find out in this data who has got the highest package. In this, I need to find out who has got the highest package. In this, I need to find out who is the highest package. And out of this, I need to find a maximum. So all the data, I cannot access it at once. That's the biggest problem. And someone was saying, I cannot use 10 systems. That's absolutely right. I cannot go and touch the 10 laptops. Imagine I'm hiring 10 people to use my laptops. Okay. Imagine I'm hiring 10 people. Now you may be thinking, oh, I need to pay them salary for 10 employees who is going to act or who are going to use my laptops. Okay. Personal question I'll ask you. Tomorrow you guys get job. Will you not help me to take care of one laptop for free? Will you ask salary? Will you not be grateful for KSR? Can you not do that?
Yes, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
Then
we'll
I'm
do.
saving money, no? I'm saving the money because you guys are there for me to take care of laptops. Today it is 10 laptops, you guys will take care. Tomorrow it is 100 laptops, you guys will still take care. Why will I have to worry for hiring people? My job is solved, no?
But how will you trust us? What if we share your data with somebody else?
Yes. Now that is where the problem comes. Right? You guys will leave it open. Your cousins will come. Your brother will come. They'll play games. They'll open the Excel. They'll do some copy paste. One person will drop it down, and you'll come back to me saying that laptop is not working, headphones are not working, power is not there, internet is not there. You'll start coming to me again and again. You will do for free, but that doesn't mean that you will do everything for free. Internet charges you cannot spend, I will have to give. Right? If something is not working, laptop, keyboard, something has gone, I will have to give you. Right? So we are just thinking about 10 terabytes of KSR data, and today we have reached up to 175 ZB. What is ZB? ZB stands for zettabyte. So zettabyte means, if you can see here, 1 zettabyte is 10 to the power of 21 zeros. That means 10 followed by 21 zeros. And up to 2020, it was only 40 gigabytes. And in 2025, it has touched to 175. Now we are thinking about terabytes. We are thinking about terabytes. And the world is moving to terabytes, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, and yottabyte. 10 to the power of 24. 10 to the power of 24 means, just imagine 24 zeros. Where will I go and store the data? Are you going to store it in your laptops? Not possible, right? Now, even though if I'm thinking only about KSR about 10 terabytes, these are the challenges we'll have. The first challenge, scalability. I cannot buy 10 laptops. I cannot buy 10 laptops. The biggest challenge with this is scalability. One laptop, 1 lakh, 10 laptop, 10 lakhs, not possible. Server storage. Forget about me storing in my laptops. Let's go and take a server. They'll not give a free. I will have to pay for it. Right? Now, forget about this. I will trust you guys to take care of my laptop. But what is the guarantee for data security? What is the guarantee that only you will use and only you will protect it? What will make me to trust you? I don't know whether you are using or your brother is using or sister is using. Where is that? Suddenly you will come and say that I was going in bus, someone actually take out my laptop and my laptop is lost. Who is lost here? KSR data is lost. You'll come simply say that I lost my laptop. Forget about laptop. I lost my data. Data loss. How can I trust you? And apart from that, I need to install a software for everyone. What if that software is a licensed one? Are you going to pay? Are you going to pay from your pocket? Definitely no. I need to go and pay for all the softwares for all the 100 systems. And suddenly you will come and say that I lost the headphones. I lost the mouse. I lost the keyboard. A green screen is coming. Blue screen is working. There is a scratch on my screen. All these hardware issues. Who will go and spend? It's me who have to go and give you the money. All these are challenges, right? Now, one fine day, we were all sitting in the terrace, KSR founders. We were thinking, oh, how to tackle this year? We need to spend 10 lakhs. We were all thinking. See, each one is having one like responsibility. Okay, let's say I'll be the front face for you, but I'm not collecting the fees, right? I don't know how much you're going to pay. I don't know how much you're giving. I don't know. I know, okay, to teach, that's it. But there is a different team who takes care of the finance. There's a different team who's actually talking to you. There is a different team who's actually editing our YouTube video and uploading it. So we have a different team, right? So Mahesh came to me and asked, hey, Santosh, we have to buy 10 laptops and we will have to spend 10 lakhs for this with 10 laptops. I asked him one question, Mahesh, I'm already taking class, Mahesh. How can I manage 10 laptops? So we need to hire people. So he was also thinking, hey, where can we go and hire 10 people, yaar? It's difficult, right? So we started thinking. We were on one fine day. We are thinking on terrace, okay, what we will do. We had a small party and we were thinking, okay. And suddenly in the sky, I saw this. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen this moving star. Have you seen this? Sometimes in your to your eye, you would have seen a moving star. Have anyone experienced this?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay. While the star is moving, I don't think everyone would have witnessed this. The person who has spent a lot of time looking at the terrace during nights maybe would have experienced, right? So if you're thinking something and if you're seeing the moving star, they say that it comes true. I don't know, right? Suddenly there was a moving star, and all four of us witnessed that. And we're thinking what we can do, what we can do, what we can do. Suddenly, one person came and told us, don't worry, I will take care of this. I will take care of this. I'll 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 take care of this. We were shell shocked. What is this? A person is coming and saying that I'll take care of everything. He's coming and saying everything. Then we thought maybe it could be some agent. There are a lot of agents. If you want to do a marriage, there is a marriage agent. If you want to buy a house, there is a broker. I thought there should be some agent, right? And suddenly he came to us, hey guys, I know that you guys are been troubling because you're running a business and you guys are struggling to store the data now. I know that you have reached to a certain extent where you need to have 10 terabyte of data. So let me do one thing. Don't worry. I know these are all the challenges you guys are facing. So let me fix this. And I asked, okay, how much you'll charge? He told 3 lakhs. He just told 3 lakhs. So within 3 lakhs, are you going to take care of my system increase? Are you going to take care of service storage? Are you going to take care of data security? Are you going to take care of maintenance, software, hardware? Are you going to take care of everything? And he said yes. And we asked, what's your name? They told, we are cloud. We are cloud. We are one of the cloud computing service provider. And that is where from 2022 onwards, in our KSR data vision, we started using cloud. Today, you will not see any of your data here in the database which I've shown you. You will not see any of your data here because all this was 2022 records and your data. Now, each and every person who has logged into a class registered, paid fees, all of this data we are storing in cloud. Your recordings, the session is getting recorded. In the next 1 hour, you'll be able to see this recording. The size of this file will be 1 GB. Every day, I'm taking 4 classes, 4 GB of data. Every day, 4 GB. So that means imagine in a month how much of data only Santosh is generating, and how much of data will all the trainers will generate, and how many of them are watching live recordings. Where is the bandwidth? How are we tackling all this? It's all of cloud. Okay, so with this we are entering into the cloud. Now what is cloud, how they are going to help us, what are the services they are going to provide? We'll see that tomorrow. We'll stop here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Any questions? Any questions?
I have a doubt.
Yeah, one by one, please.
Yeah, so the topics that we will cover, right? Is there any like PDF for that?
Yeah, you can reach out to our team. Our team can share you the syllabus, what we cover. With respect to Azure and Fabric, what we cover, right? They can help you with the syllabus.
Santosh, have you ever faced Azure outage?
See, we have faced, but it is not for, I mean, I would say it's for a shorter duration, I would say. Maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, that's fine. But still, tomorrow you'll see all the benefits. More than talking about outage or a server issue, you'll always think about what the benefits they can give you. See, even Facebook had a outage, even WhatsApp was sometimes down, even YouTube is sometimes down, right? So it happens. It happens. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's the recovery time is very less, especially with the Microsoft. Within hours, they will come back with solution.
Oh, I have some report with Power BI. So can I just migrate that to Microsoft Fabric?
Undoubtedly, you can do it.
Okay, by using this Azure or by using SQL database also?
You can do it with Azure, and you can also do it with Fabric. So personally, I would ask you to do it in Azure, because Azure is an excellent solution for managing your server storage, systems, processing, and transformations. And then later, you can also try with this 1.5 year old new platform, which is Fabric.
So we are going to do project in Microsoft Fabric also?
Both.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Yeah, hi Santosh, Tushar this side.
Yeah.
How many total classes do we have for this?
See, I would say around 20 classes, and it comes up to 30 hours.
30 hours. Or it's Monday to Friday, correct?
Monday to Friday, and projects will be covering on weekends.
Okay.
Regular class will be from Monday to Friday, and the projects will be doing on weekends.
Okay. And the timing would be the same, correct?
8:30 to 9:45.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Santosh.
Hi Santosh, Vishnu this
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Are we touching Power BI as well, or we are
Power
avoiding
BI,
altogether?
no, Power BI is already done. So this
Okay.
is the expectation from today onwards is people who are joining from today has to know Power BI.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you want
Got
to
it.
learn Power BI, again you have to start from the beginning, which for this guys I've already covered. So again you have to start means again you have to start from SQL. Again you have to go with Power BI. You have to learn completely Power BI. After learning Power BI, you will get some hiccups. That is where we are going with Azure.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Santosh, I have a question. How much is the like license fee if I want to access the Azure or the Microsoft Fabric?
So I'll be telling you all that once we introduce Azure. Still, we haven't gone to the Azure, right? We are still in the cloud computing. Tomorrow is where you'll try to understand what is Azure, what are the services they provide, and how we take forward. So I'll be telling you about the cost as well. And even when we are doing the projects, right, you will also see how much it cost. I'll be showing that details as well for you. We will have to take a subscription, Azure subscription, and I'll be helping you to create a free subscription. They'll give you 16,000 free credits. Within that 16,000 free credits, we'll be able to do 2 projects.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello,
So, sir,
Santosh.
mostly we'll be using ADF to move the data, or we will be also
Yes.
using the data pipelines in Fabric.
We will be learning Azure SQL Database, Azure Data Factory, Azure Block Storage, Azure Data Lake Storage. These are the 4 services which we'll be learning. Followed by, we'll be learning some components in Fabric also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, Santosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have knowledge on Power BI desktop. Like I have used that, but I don't have knowledge with the Power BI service like that. Can I continue with this batch?
Slightly it could be difficult, but the Power BI service you can learn from any online or YouTube. For Fabric and Azure, we can promise you we will be learning here. But Power BI service is very necessary, right? That's where you share the reports. So that is really necessary. And if you want to learn only Power BI service, we don't provide you only Power BI service, only Power BI desktop. You will have to take a complete course.
I have theoretical knowledge, but not on practically. That's why I was asking on
No,
Power
it's
BI
needed.
service.
It's needed. You need to know how to publish. You need to know how to create gateways. You need to. It's all very important. You need to know how to schedule the refresh and all. This is something which we'll have to do in real time. So practical experience is required. But here we also give you a license, premium license, Fabric license, so you can try to
Okay.
learn. Yeah.
Hi, Santosh.
Yeah.
I learned SQL and Power BI both. So next, which is better to learn? Like Power Apps, Power Automation is also there in your institute, right?
See,
So
one thing I would say is since you already know Power BI and SQL, the first choice will always be Azure. If you have Azure, tomorrow if you want to go to the data engineering also, you can opt for it. And tomorrow if you want to completely gel with Fabric also, you can go for it. You have a lot of opportunities. Power Apps means you already know one tool, Power BI. You will learn Power Apps, Power Automate, and again you'll go with Virtual Agent. It becomes a bit of less coding, and your salary also will go a bit less. If you're
oh,
okay with manageable salary, okay, I don't mind salary. I want just a job, go for Power Apps. See, I'm not saying I'm not degrading Power Apps or Power Automate. It also has a good opportunity, but package wise, you cannot match with cloud. Cloud is different. This is completely at the cloud, right? Knowing Azure is different. Knowing low platform, low no code or no code is different. So Power Platform, you'll get a decent salary. Okay, I'm okay with 16 lakhs, 18 lakhs. Go for Power Apps, Power Automate. Okay, I need 20 lakhs, go for Azure. Its choice is yours with the your need in,
oh,
you can decide it.
okay. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Actually, I'm new student. So actually, I been through your Google and your YouTube videos for Power BI service. I already learned Power BI and SQL. So do I need to again join your Power BI, SQL, and Azure? That is that 4 month courses, or I have to only join that Azure and that Fabric these courses.
Do you
And
know Power BI?
yes, I know Power BI, and I also been through your YouTube videos for Power BI service. That end-to-end 2 or 3 project you have
See, if
uploaded.
you know Power BI, if you know Power BI service, you can attempt it. Okay, you can just go with Fabric and Azure.
Okay,
That is some.
and one more query, because I want to know how KSR is teaching, because I have a access of that Power BI videos, because I don't need any license or like that. So if you provide me video, so it will be good for me, because I'll be get more confidence.
So you want to know how we teach?
Yes. Actually, I want to see your classes and all. I don't want your means uh, license and all. But I want to join the Azure and that Fabric courses, because I want to skill up, and so that is why I just want. I already talked this thing to Satish, but he said if it is better if you talk to Mr. Santosh. So that is why
See
I
that
raised
that
that
see that's
question.
why we have given you the 3 day sessions free, right? So today is the first
Yes, yes,
session
yes.
you attended. So this is how we teach. Okay, but if you
Yes,
still
yes.
need more videos, you can go back to our YouTube. In YouTube, whatever the recordings we have put, that's how we teach.
Sir, I have completed your all YouTube regarding that Power BI. So so that
That's see, I am the trainer. You've seen
yes,
my
yes,
videos. You have seen
yes, yes,
today's
yes,
session. But what
yes.
extra videos you need now?
Actually, I learned from institute, but I'm having a less confident on Power BI. Yeah, but I know Power BI DAX and all, and I refer lot of YouTube videos also. So that is why because I, I right now I'm jobless and so that is why I want to get the job very fast. So that is why some
See,
confusion comes in my mind.
that's what I'm saying. I
Yes, yes,
understand your issue, but
yes, yes,
in order to get to know how we teach, we already have given you the sample videos. We
yes.
have uploaded a lot of videos, right?
Yes.
Specifically, we have been teaching
Actually,
Power
sir,
BI for
the
three
thing is
months.
that
Listen. We are
yes.
teaching Power BI for 3 months. So
Okay,
the
okay,
3 months we have covered Power Query Editor, we have covered charts, we have covered DAX, we have covered Power BI service, we have seen a live interaction like how workspace works, what we will do, everything we have seen here. So
okay,
particularly
okay,
if you're looking for any particular session videos, it's not possible because it's all comes under one package. If you
okay,
want to go back and watch our recordings, our workshops is there, free workshop is there. Go to
okay,
our website, you will see a lot of workshops that we have handled. Everything is free. End-to-end fabric sessions we have completed. We have completed 2 projects in Power BI also. You can go and watch our workshops. You can get that confidence there. After that, you can join here. Okay, that's one thing
okay.
which I can suggest you.
Sir, where I have to go? I have to go workshop, right?
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
log into a workshop.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Let me show you. Just give me a minute. Any other questions meanwhile?
Yeah, hi Santosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the package and the like salary part like?
See, only Power BI, please don't expect any job. Okay. Forget about
How
package. You
like
will not even get openings. But if you are adding your ADF experience, you're adding your fabric experience, the opportunities are good. Package
yeah.
wise, you will get somewhere around what is your current package, right? With that 30 to 40% you can expect.
So currently I have like a 7 years of experience in Power BI, like real time experience. So I have like a 15 LP is there. So I need to get like a 25 lakhs means is it enough like a ADF and Fabric? I need to learn like a Azure
See, if
database
you if
like
you if you want 25, 26 and all, you have to learn data engineering.
date.
But
Okay,
if you're
cloud
looking
data
for somewhere
engineering.
around, if you're looking only around 2022, Fabric and Azure should be enough.
Okay, cloud data engineering or
Cloud data engineering is nothing but Azure data engineering only. We teach all 3 clouds. You can opt for one. So
okay,
ideally, you will be able to get from Power BI. Usually, from data analyst node, I've seen people jumping into data engineering for high package. So data analyst should be your start. Okay, I'm entering
mm,
for the first time. Maybe I am fear about IT. This is the first thing. After that, you will have to go. But one challenge you will have is if you're going for data engineering, you will have to learn coding.
okay. You mean like a Python that coding?
Python, PySpark. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know who asked this question. If you want to go through our free sessions, please go to Explore course. And once you go to the Explore course, please go to workshops. And all these 4 workshops, it's free for you. And you can
Okay, okay, sir.
we can go through this. We have conducted 3 day workshop, and yesterday also we have taken one project, and this is also something which we have done. So go through our projects. You'll understand all this are this is 3 hour session, this is 8 hour session, this is 3 hours, this is 3 hours. So you can go through our sessions. Apart from that, you can go to the free sessions also. In the free sessions, whatever the sessions are there, everything is free, but everything will be limited to 5 sessions. The first five sessions will be free. And if you really want to know Power BI also, we have a free session here. Data analytics with Power BI. You can opt for this. This is where you will be getting 5 days free session. Attend this, and then if you understand, you can join.
Okay, sir. Sir, if I take that 4 month courses, so uh, that will come this 2 days also. I mean that
Yes.
2 days. Okay.
If you have, see, I'll tell you, if you are taking the complete 5.5 months course, we'll be covering SQL, we'll be covering Power BI. Okay. We'll
But
be
sir,
cover.
I have completed SQL and Power BI. So can I complete this in? I think I can complete this SQL and Power BI
Yeah, that's what
within
I'm saying. See,
within a month.
this complete course, right? This
Yes,
complete
yes,
course, what we are seeing, right?
yes, yes.
We'll get SQL, we'll get Power BI, and here we will be learning Azure, and we'll be learning Fabric,
Fabric.
right? And
Yes, yes.
along with that, you guys will get license.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
for this particular course, the course fees was 30,000.
Okay.
Okay, this is 30,000 where you'll get all of this. Now, if you're
Okay.
looking only for Azure and Fabric,
Okay.
okay, with license, the fees is 10K.
Okay.
So you're opting only for this, you'll have
Sir,
to pay
how
10K.
many classes in SQL and Power BI is there? Means
Uh,
if I take that.
See, SQL 20,
Okay.
Power BI 50,
Okay.
Azure and Fabric, let's say this is 15, and this comes around 7.
Okay, okay. But sir, I want that 30K courses, but I want to complete SQL and Power BI. I want that I mean previous class videos. So I don't want to go with the live classes because I have already completed.
That's what
So
you pay 30K, you'll get the complete package. You'll have
okay,
70 videos. How you watch 70 videos is up to you. Morning
okay,
one,
okay,
afternoon one, evening one, whatever you want, you can read
okay,
it.
okay,
You can
okay.
go through
So
it.
whatever I am having the gap, so I can fulfill through your
Yes,
videos,
yes,
right?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I have understood. Okay, sir. Thank
Hello.
you.
Hello, Santosh.
Yeah.
This is Imran speaking. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Tell me.
Yeah, actually, I would like to ask one question.
Can you bit louder?
I would like to ask one question.
Uh-huh.
How about if I go parallelly Azure Data Engineering, the cloud course?
See, I would always recommend Azure Data Engineering because that's where you'll get a very high package. Okay. And it is a bit tough, but if we can master it, I will always prefer. So the reason why people choose data analytics is it's a bit cool job, right? You need not put too much of efforts. It's the first time you want to work in IT where you're struggling, you're coming from a gap and you want to get, that's where people choose this. It's a very easy one. Everyone can learn. But personally, if you want to reach to a heights where you want a high package, my first choice will always be data engineering.
But I have a non-tech background because I don't have much
Oh,
knowledge
that's fine.
about
What?
coding.
That's fine. We will teach everything from scratch, no?
Okay.
You do one thing, you talk to our team. Okay. Our team is available. Go to contact us. Okay, go and contact us. We work from 8 to 8. So contact our team. Our team will can share you the recordings of the 5 days free session of data engineering also. And in the data engineering, I would have taught you how to code. I mean, Python classes also I would have taught you. So get that recordings and then you can take a call. But if you're looking for a high package, data engineering is a first option.
But now, actually, I want to learn Fabric also. So that
Fabric is
course
covered
is
there
also
also.
there also.
Yeah. Fabric is covered there. Fabric is covered everywhere. Wherever Azure is included, their Fabric is also covered.
That means whatever the session, what you are taking, coming 20 to 5:30 classes, the same it is covered in that part.
No, 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 no.
No, no,
Data engineering, it's almost
different.
50 classes.
Okay, okay. So what if I for first I will go for this Azure and Fabric, then you suggest to go for data engineering?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, that will be good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, hi Santosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have one doubt. I mean, since you are discussing about the data engineering, I mean, Do you have anything like data architecture role for like say seasoned experience like 10, 12 years of experience person if you want to move from
No, we teach as a developer. See, I'm a data architect actually, but it's a lot of things that you need to know. As a course, we don't cover it. So what we teach is
So I
at a
am coming
developer
from a
level.
Kafka background. Basically, I am coming from a Kafka background, Confluent Kafka background. Since
Mhm.
it's a part of a small tool used in data engineering, so I was having interest to move into the pure data engineering role with PySpark and optimization, performance tuning, and I
Yeah,
mean,
that
but
and
it
all we see. That and all we teach. Okay, we teach optimization. We help you with Spark optimizations, PySpark, big data, everything we teach. But from learning our course, the maximum that you can show as an experience is 5 years.
okay,
For
okay.
example, now if you have 15 years of experience, after learning, you cannot tell all 15 years I've worked in data engineering. You can show up to 5 years. That 5 years I'm guaranteed. That means you can clear interviews up to 5 years in data engineering.
Okay, okay. And in that sessions, I mean, so if I am interested in that multi-cloud Azure one, so how much Spark? I mean, how many Spark sessions, PySpark sessions you are taking? Yeah, I mean,
For data
a very high
engineering,
level.
for
Yeah.
data engineering, big data, Spark, PySpark, it comes up to 25 hours.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Reach out to our team. Our team can share you some recordings, brochures also. Take the brochure for this, take the brochure for that, compare it, choose which is good for you. For you personally, being at this
I
experience, I would
mean, I
suggest.
already reached out, but I also got the brochures. I mean, the high level for my performance tuning optimization, I was not able to find. I mean, even
See
the
that,
Databricks part.
yeah, see
So
that you will not see in syllabus, but we'll be covering. I
yeah,
cannot
because
go
when
and
I asked the demos, I definitely you are good. I mean, I saw your 3 4 days of demo as well, but it was very basic. I mean, it looks like okay, the basic things are covered in the demo. I asked them today the PySpark, so they shared one session of 2 years back. One lady has a trainer from KSR, so I just said that I just need one demo, at least 30 40 minutes of demo, any advanced topic that you have covered. So it will take. I mean, it will make me to take a decision whether should which program should I join. Yeah.
Yeah. See, personally, I would say you can offer data engineering being at this level experience since you also come from a Kafka background. I would suggest you to go for data engineering and reach out to Mahesh. Mahesh can help you with your doubts, okay, in choosing the right course, and he can guide you. You can just call this number and say that you have to speak to Mahesh. Okay, they'll forward you. Okay, all good?
Hello? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I joined late before 3 minutes ago because of the range issue. I just want to ask one question that I have completed your data engineering course, and how it will be beneficial for me to learn this fabric and
You already learned data engineering?
yes, sir.
No, if you learn data engineering, this is not required for you.
Fabric. Huh?
Not required. Fabric, you have couple of workshops that what we have conducted. You can attend this. No need to join this course if you're already a data engineer.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir, thanks.
Okay, with that, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you all. Any questions, please reach out to our team.